Disclaimer. This channel provides content for informational, commentary, and educational purposes only. All opinions are based on publicly available information and are not presented as verified facts. Any individuals or organizations mentioned are presumed innocent unless proven otherwise. This content is not intended to defame or harm anyone. Viewers are encouraged to do their own research. The creator is not liable for any actions taken based on this content.
Man, what's up, YouTube? So, we got a pretty banger video today. While every midget is out there selling their soul to TLC and the History Channel, I figured I'd take things a bit different, you know? I'm like the only self-aware midget in this world. So, today, I want to teach you about the Great Awakening Tree. Or the Great Awakening Knot, however you want to say it. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's basically every single conspiracy or theory, if you want, just in one big giant map. Okay, it's crazy. So, this was leaked about 7+ years ago. It wasn't really leaked. It was posted on YouTube, and the guy was handing out flyers. You know. So we got a pretty crazy video today. Also, real quick before we get into the video, a little shameless plug. I'm working on my own anti-de-aging vaccine, alright? And before you think, no, it's not what you think. It's not no fucking adrenochrome, boys. Alright, check that out. Yeah. See all these little stupid millionaires and billionaires? Yeah. We're not doing that. So, if you know any, PhD scientists or people who know how to synthesize or extract things, let me know. I'd love to make you a shitload of money. Alright? I don't care about the money. I just want the credit, you know? So, if you want to make a fuck ton of money, I'm your guy. So let me know in the comments below. Alright, let's get into this video. Can you be quiet? Sorry, he has no clue what he's talking about. Anyways, what's up, YouTube? Alright, we're gonna go over something pretty crazy today. And just a few disclaimers. Obviously, don't take any of this serious. Basically, I'm just giving you one big, entire incognito hazard. Okay? Things I shouldn't really be showing you, but I'm showing you. Okay? Another disclaimer is, like I said, don't take any of this serious. Alright? For one, we don't know if the guy who even created is a fucking CIA fed or not. I hear he came from QAnon, and they have a lot of drama over there. Alright? I hear a lot of them are just fucking industry plants and dumb shit like that. This is technically shit you're supposed to see, or you're meant to see, a while ago, but they're just not letting you see it. Okay? So, what this tree consists of is every single conspiracy theory, if you want. I mean, some of these have actually been confirmed, so who knows what's real and what's not in this. I'm just gonna go over the stuff that I know it's real. Alright, that we've obviously seen with our own eyes. Alright, I mean, you can even go fucking fact check me if you want. It's really not that hard to search half of this shit up. Alright, so, one more thing you need to realize is the reason I should be the one to show you this is because I've already seen the afterlife a few times. And it's really not what everybody says it is, alright? I'm not gonna sit here and destroy your philosophy or ideology or anything like that, but it's not everything you expected. So, basically when you're in the afterlife, right, you're still self-aware. You can still hear everything, and you can hear things around you, but you can't do anything about it, okay, because for one, we're dead, alright? So, let's just get that out of the way. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to believe in God or anything, because I still believe in God and Jesus, alright? I mean, that's what we want to look forward to, right? Paradise and all that. But I figured I'd give you the truth on how it actually works, so you don't fall for all the Jesus scams and shit like that. So, I guess, without further ado, let's get into the video, shall we? Now, keep in mind, I lost a lot of stuff. Alright, friends, family members, or shit like this. Mainly because they can't handle the truth, alright? And, I mean, you're welcome to call me schizoblast all you want in the comments, but it just proves my theory on you being wrong and me being right, right? So, do what you want to do. It's up to you. I'm not telling you to believe any of this. It's honestly on you. This is mainly for my people who have kids and stuff like that, so they know what to avoid, what to be aware of for the near future. Alright? I already know when my time comes, but you don't. Okay? So, I guess, yeah, just prepare yourself for stuff like this. So, we have a huge, huge map of stuff we gotta get through. Nope. Keep in mind, I'm not gonna go over everything, because a lot of it is bullshit. I'm just gonna show you the shit that I know, or that I'm pretty confident on what is, I guess, as accurate as possible. You know, I can't tell you if it's real or not, alright? Because at the end of the day, it's still a conspiracy theory, right? But some of this stuff has been turned into conspiracies, alright? The best part of conspiracy theories is turning them into conspiracies. But that's also the scariest part, right? So, let's just get into this, shall we? Another issue I have with this map is whoever made this failed to detail any of it. Okay, so he just threw a bunch of fucking random shit in here and just decided not to put any sources or anything. Okay. So that's the part I'm gonna do is explain what I know of and put into further detail for you. So yeah, it's up to you to take it however you want. So let's just get into this. So I guess we're gonna start with AI first. So we got takes over entire star systems. I don't know anything about that. Alright, for one, you're not gonna go to space. I'm not going to space anytime soon. Alright, it's all just people they pick out and choose. Alright, like when you're a kid, you say you're gonna be an astronaut. Obviously, you're not gonna be one. That's just how it works and how it always will work. Alright, so what do we really know beyond planet Earth? Clearly nothing. Alright, you have to be there to believe it, to see it, to believe it, obviously. So we're gonna skip all the bullshit, alien shit, the space shit, you know? If you want all that, go to Albuquerque and disappear. Alright, that's just how it works. Or you can go watch P. Snyder. Shut up, P. Snyder. Alright. So, artificial intelligence, right? A lot of people compare it to the devil, Satan, demons, shit like that. Which, yeah, it is pretty true. If you really look at all the stories of AI, such as GPT and all that, it's harmed a lot more people than you think it has. And it only harms us even more. Alright? I mean, I've seen cases where people get arrested over AI, you know, get murdered over AI. It's pretty scary how it works. And the longer it goes on, the obviously worse it's gonna get. Some even think it's gonna be the end of our species, or however you want to say it. So, let's just get into this. I'm gonna skip all this because I have no clue what any of this is. I'm just telling you what AI really is, alright? It's a pretty evil thing when you look at all the details of it. So I guess we'll just keep going. Yeah, a lot of this is just like, I mean, AI originated from another reality many trillions of years ago. Like, how does he even know that? He wasn't. That doesn't even make sense. Alright? I don't even know, bro. Just one instant creator, blah blah blah. So, a lot of this is just solar flash shit, right? Something we don't really give a shit. Love and light. Well, a good thing to do is believe in God, alright? Because at the end of the day, God and Jesus are probably the best thing you can believe in at this point, even if it wasn't real. Like I said, a lot of this is just fucking schizo talk. Alright, so let's go over the shit that we know it's real, or that we could believe it's real. Rainbow body. Like, I don't even know half of this shit. Okay. Um, a lot of this shit just, he doesn't even explain on. Multi-dimensional travel. How could that even be possible, right? You'll never see the other dimensions. The only time you'll see that is if you're on psychedelics, okay? I mean, psychedelics aren't even gonna show you that, to be honest. Sacred geometry, flower of life, okay. See, a lot of this is just, infested garbage probably made by the CIA. You never know. Like the sun being the Stargate portal. I've heard something on that, but I mean, again, we're not in space, right? We would never know that. So I have no reason to speak on that. Like, how would he even know if the sun produces bacteria and it tricks into space? You see what I'm saying? A lot of this could be bullshit. So, yeah, this one right here has actually been confirmed. And it wasn't even like 3 or 4 years ago, right? Um, but I mean, you had people like, scientists just saying that's bullshit, it's just a rock. So I wouldn't take this one too serious. I wouldn't take it serious at all because it's never gonna do anything, it just sits there all day. So the Dark Fleet, like, how does he know all this shit, bro? He doesn't. Right? Unless he's literally a part of the deep state or some shit like that. Stars, right? Now, the Saturn theory is pretty crazy, okay? Once you really look into Saturn and you realize all the rings and shit, how it works, it is pretty evil how Saturn is. So, yeah. Saturn, a lot of people say, is just nothing but the devil. Where the devil lives and shit. So fuck Saturn, right? Sirius Dark Underground Fleet Base. Okay. So P. Snyder actually talked about this in his video of there being underground tunnels and stuff of railroad and trains that are like stupid fast. I mean, China just came out with one, right? They're on soil, right? It's actually stuff we can see. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised, because they say it's in Alaska and stuff like that. See, a lot of this stuff, how would we even know this? Alright, like, who is telling people this? Why do you just gotta be careful? So, this one's a really good one right here. Let me get my brush. This right here, I had tried in Canada, when I was in Canada, okay? This shit is crazy. If you want to see the afterlife, this is what you do, right here. Alright, it's 15 minutes of the afterlife. Everything you ever thought you didn't know, right? I'm not sure who Bardo is, because I don't know what it's talking about. Alright, but when I tried it before, it was pretty boring. Alright, I'm not even gonna lie. It's kind of boring. Because you don't even remember anything you do on it, right? But the one thing it does do is make you more self aware, which is pretty cool. Um, so like I said, hyperdimensional realms and shit like that. How would we even know that? We're never gonna go to space. Me and you, at least. Alright, and the people that have are most likely just predetermined human beings that whoever is picking out to go see it. Alright. The ancient builder race, like, it's just more space garbage that we also don't care about, right? You're never gonna use it in the future. Um, Solar system climate change. Hmm. So the reptilian garbage, I would not take serious at all, alright? Those what really turned a lot of people away from this type of shit was when people started calling people reptiles. I mean, cloning is possible and stuff like that, right? We've seen it before. Uh, no, the Nazi part, you gotta be very careful now. Okay, there's only one person I've seen talking about the Nazis in America being connected. So, P. Snyder in his video, there's a video you can find on YouTube of that right now. And he basically says after we won the war with the Nazis, we basically stole all their ideas, right? And if you didn't know, the Nazis had some really crazy ideas, like some fucked up ideas, okay? I mean, they were trying to turn people into like zombies and shit, stuff like that. And then we kind of just stole it. Like, if you're wondering where the term UFO came from, who do you think came up with it first? Alright, and then we took it and went on with it. Ran away with it, basically. So that's all you really need to know from this. It's just, more garbage. Not really garbage, it's pretty cool to learn. I think I already went through this part. So, Venus? I don't really know much on Venus, of course. Obelisks and stuff like that. Man. A lot of this you're just not ever gonna care about. But there's some stuff that's pretty cool to learn about in this. Like, secret base and stuff. I mean, where are people even find that? Like the Maladit and Mars Ancient War. Just more garbage no one cares about. Crap. Right. And if you have anything you want me to look in, just let me know. Alright. I'm pretty bored with how this shit goes. So a lot of names are in here, right? Like this guy. This type of guy. Surprise Peace Snyder's not in here. That's the issue with this is it's missing a lot of new conspiracies, right? That have actually been confirmed. Um, More whistleblowers. That's why it's pretty cool because you can learn a lot of new whistleblowers. People I haven't even heard of. Alright. Apollo moon landing, stuff like that. Hmm. Stuff that we don't really care about. I hear a lot of this is just imported garbage to distract you and stuff. Kind of like the files, but basically I'm just showing you this in case you see something like, alright, because a lot of this I don't even know about. I still got a lot of research to do, clearly. See, like, you got solar weapons and shit. U.S. Navy Federal Fleet. Now, that one I could see because we do have a lot of fucking things in there that we can't explain, you know. A lot has to do with the Navy and the military, which is pretty cool. I'm just looking for stuff I know about. Like this right here, it looks like he's granted straight on Rick and Morty, right? So the Galactic Federation or shit like that. Obviously, that can't be a thing. Unless we just will never know about it. Yeah, I mean, if you don't know about it, what's the point of even learning it, you know? Mars. A lot of planets have their own theories and conspiracies, right? Stanley Kubrick, The Shining. If you don't know Stanley Kubrick, he's the one that made Eyes Wide Shut, which quite literally exposed Epstein, like 20 plus years ago, right? Which is pretty crazy once you think about it. He's trying to tell us a message, I guess, and bro got smoked over it. Alright. God, but NASA cover-ups, I wouldn't be surprised, because they just cover a lot of shit up, alright? That they don't want you to know about. That's just how it works. See, a lot of it has to do with Nazis and stuff. Cosmic Web, that's a pretty cool one to look into. The Mandela Effect, that's a real one we all know about. 5D Earth sounds crazy, bro. Conscious. I'm just looking for stuff I know about. This one looks familiar. If you remember when we went and did the Venezuela thing, there's a bunch of people reporting that they saw like this fucking aircraft that had a sound piercer. Alright. Um, it was like I've seen the blueprints to it. It's a crazy ass looking spaceship. Where it is, it's like over trillions. Alright, like there's not even a price on it. Just pretty cool. Bunch of researchers on secret space programs. Now if you didn't know, bunch of bunch of scientists this year are just getting smoked from NASA. Alright, so this one I can see being real. Because I think like over 11 researchers from NASA have died this year alone. Okay. Rat fish liver oil. Declassifizes third eye. I don't know if that's even true or not. Holistic hearing cancer cured. That half of that shit sounds fucking insane, bro. The Book of Enoch. There's a lot to do with that. Alright. Um, Book of Enoch I hear a lot on. I just won't speak on it because I don't know too much on it. I'm mainly just showing you this so you know, like, can do your own research. I still have a lot to do, clearly. Golden Race. Age of Aquarius. It's pretty fucking crazy, bro. DNA upgrades. No, DNA upgrade, I remember seeing in, like, fucking high school, bro. They literally have a movie on it. Where, like, you can, like, upgrade the DNA. It's fucking crazy, bro. You can swap DNA and shit like that. Why is Ubuntu in there? Isn't that operating software? Like, what the fuck? Like, half of this shit kind of sounds retarded. I'm not gonna lie. It's just fun to show you. Because a lot of YouTubers, like 99% of YouTubers aren't gonna show you this clearly. So, crystals I avoid. It's kind of like that witch shit, right? And I mean, crystals, I just can't see that being true, right? I like healing crystals and all that shit. It just sounds so stupid. Okay, now this. I like this. The pineal gland. I'm not gonna get into the third eye part, but the pineal gland, we can all confirm, right? So that comes from TMD. Say it backwards if you know what I mean. Um, it's in everything. Animals, plants, mimosa root bark and stuff like that. Okay. Um, basically, once it releases, that's when you go to the afterlife. Stuff like that. Alright. And the only way you can really do it is doing TMD, right? Um, but it goes so much deeper than that. I mean, I couldn't even explain if I wanted to. Yoga? Yoga's a good one, alright? You can ask anyone who does yoga. They'll tell you it's benefited their life. So it is a real one. Psychic healing. Now this one, right here, folks, is a no-no. Okay? I don't know what the fuck dude was smoking, but psychic healing's not real, okay? If you've seen, like, the old TV series of that chick healing people, right? You saw she was lying out her teeth. A lot of them are just, every one of them are just scams, okay? They just want a quick buck, alright? So, psychics and healing, ghosts and shit like that, obviously not real. Alright, it's just an easy way to make a quick buck, like Zach Bagans, the Ghost of Interest and stuff. Stuff like that. Agent ETs and UFOs. Nah. Like I said, if you want UFOs and shit like that, just go to Albuquerque, bro. But don't blame me when you disappear. Lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming's a real one. Okay. If you get lucky enough, or you're lucky in life, you can lucid dream and do some crazy shit. Just watch out for sleep paralysis, because that one actually can connect to it. Meditation works. I like this one right here. Meditation's pretty good. Rainbow body ascension. I've seen this one right here. The Tree of Life Kabbalah. Now, the Kabbalah is an evil thing, alright? Some say it's even connected to the AI. Which is fucking crazy. Which, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Some say even, Epstein was, like, involved with the Kabbalah and AI combined. Which is just fucking crazy. Ark of the Covenant. See, then more Nazi stuff right here. See, we have a lot of connections to the Nazis, believe it or not. From, like, after we won the war. We just stole a bunch of their shit. And they had some crazy scientists. Antarctica is a pretty mysterious one, if you don't know. Antarctica has so much shit crazy with it. Like this, I could make a whole rabbit hole on it. Ancient builder race pyramids. This one, if you saw in JRE, the guy who's in charge of these pyramids just does not want to explain anything on it, right? He's like some correct ass dumbass. I don't know how he got hold of him. He even made a book on his own pyramids, and it's just a bunch of bullshit. Even Joe Rogan was like, yeah, you're just bullshitting, bro. Underground bases and UFOs. Now, you're probably gonna think, oh, Area 51 and shit. But not really. If you just go to Albuquerque and stuff, or Alaska, shit like that. Even P. Snyder, talks about this. And it's way deeper than you think. And he was an ex-CIA agent, I think. He had like the highest clearance and everything. And he just went crazy on exposing it. Okay, Martin. I still gotta look into this guy. Because he's literally on my hoodie, bro. So, I got some work to look into on him. Basically, I'm just showing you the shit I've heard of. Alright? And you can do your own research and come back to me with what you see. You know, what you believe. Bosnian Pyramid. T-Light shit. There's so much shit in this, bro. Secret undersea bases. Damn. I didn't even know about that one. Okay. That's a pretty crazy one. Philadelphia experiment. If you know some of these, let me and the people know. Alright, I'm just showing these because it's pretty cool to look at. It's kind of shit you shouldn't see, but... Oh. Chinese pyramid? Like, every fucking country has a pyramid or something, bro? It's crazy. 4D chess. What the fuck? Save the children. I forgot where I heard this from. If you heard that one, let me know. I heard that one. But I think it's just like trafficking and stuff. Which is actually way more common than you think. It's pretty scary how it works. Wireless energy. So they're most likely talking about Nikola Tesla and all that. Which, bro, he got smoked over the most petty shit ever. The other dude wanted money, but he didn't care about money, right? That's the best part of Nikola Tesla. He didn't give a shit about all that. So he got smoked over. That's how whistleblowers get smoked. Now, this one has been confirmed, I'm pretty sure, literally by our own scientists. Planets in the solar system heating up. I've heard of that one. This, I have no clue what this is. Looks like a chemical compound. If I had to guess, that's NN-DMT. Sealed indictments. Clintons and Rothschilds, the global elite. Now, we all know it. We all know about this one, right? If you didn't say, the Clintons were literally on deposition, which I might make a video on, and they clearly connect to this. So you get Pizzagate, you get Cheesygate, which no one really knows about. You got ritual sacrifices. See, the one he fails to explain on this one is there's another one, right, called Cheesygate, and it's just even crazier. Okay, so we're getting pretty deep into this part. So yeah, you got child trafficking. That's what they were part of it, allegedly, of course. Here is one that we all despise. Now, if you don't know what adrenochrome is, basically what adrenochrome is some say it comes from Canada, right? Like, you can just buy that shit off the shelf at Canada. But where it really comes from, they say, is you extract it from a virgin baby's blood. That's the only way I can tell it. Alright. It's how celebrities and everybody de-ages and shit like that. It's pretty fucking crazy once you think about it. And that's the one I'm trying to go against right now. Like, I'm working on something to go against that, right? Because you don't even need this to make a de-aging vaccine. It's actually not that hard. We all know and hate this one, alright? One thing you gotta be careful about Epstein is, he's just a straight up jester, right? So there's even more to the whole Epstein saga thing, right? It's not just him. There is way much more deeper to it. Um, this one kind of pisses me off, right? Dark web, there's literally, we gotta remember, dark web, 99% of it, if not most of it, is just bullshit, alright? It's a bunch of scammers and shit. Dumb shit, alright? But yeah, that's kind of how that one works. This one sounds fucking insane. Like, that is crazy. CIA Dragon, yeah. So this one was literally confirmed in the show Narcos. Like, I think the narrator literally talks about the CIA doing this. Staged mass shootings. This one I can believe. I mean, there are real mass shootings, right? But there's also ones like, so like, how would I explain that? Without sounding like Alex Jones, you know? If you remember when uh, Charlie Kirk got assassinated, there was literally a school shooting on the same day. Alright? But his somehow overwent the school shooting. Literally no news media talked about that. Alright. So it's just kinda crazy. Like, obviously a lot of them are real. But then for some reason, like, they stage a shit ton of them. It's fucking weird. The more you look into it. Engineered diseases. Definitely not COVID-19. Some say it was from Wuhan. Some say we made it. Some say even Epstein was in charge of it, right? They say if he got arrested, that he would just release the worst facts, or the worst disease that he could possibly release. And what are the odds of releasing 2019 when he got arrested and shit, right? So, I mean, that one's pretty crazy once you think about it. Weaponized food. I mean, if you look at Red Dye 40 and stuff like that, I mean, I have a whole bag of Tonki sitting right there. It contributes to cancer and shit like that. So, yeah. Anonymous memoirs? I don't really know what that is, but there are a lot of, like, predetermined memes, if you think about it. And of course, you got this guy. Alright, keep in mind, this came out 7 years ago. Alright, so the fucking predictions are insane. Anon, shit like that. Bunch of crazy shit that I just never heard of, right? This isn't really a deep dive into this. It's just me showing you all this shit. Just keep that in mind. It's up to you to believe what you want to believe. Alright, for all we know, it could just be a fucking gesture for something crazy. You never know. Underground high-speed tram portals. This one is crazy because, like I said, P. Snyder goes over this too, bro. So, China came out with this like not even a year or two ago, right? They were showing off a train on the railroad, and that shit was going like 300 miles an hour. And some say it's, and P. Snyder was saying that this shit existed like 30 years ago, bro. Just crazy. Um, this one you gotta be careful on. A lot of people thought Area 51 was like the hot spot for all that shit. But I mean, you got Albuquerque, you got Alaska and shit like that. It's pretty crazy once you look into it. Snowden, that one's been confirmed. If you didn't know, we actually had a thing about Snowden. Not even a year or two ago. I think they released him out of prison. And I mean, he has his own site called WikiLeaks, so you can just go look all that shit up. Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch too much into this one. This seems pretty bullshit. UFOs. The only thing you need to know about UFOs is obviously the Nazis. Shit like that. Um, Iraq War. Iraq War is fucking insane when you look into it. A lot of it's just like, we left our equipment over there, and we're kind of the reason why we had 9/11 shit. Saudis are too, but because they just got sued for being a part of 9/11. Chemtrails I've heard of, but I'm not gonna go into that because I don't know anything about it. $1 trillion lawsuit, that's crazy. I should paperclip. Cryptocurrency. This one is pretty crazy. Because, I mean, you can literally just go and look that shit up, right? Everybody knows about crypto and how it's gonna work. This, I'm not sure what it's trying to explain. Because it's never gonna happen. Really good one right here. Yeah, so this is the full word for, that one. Dimethotrapine, or whatever you say it. It's pretty good. This one you should avoid, okay? If you're ever gonna get into this stuff, avoid this one, in my opinion. Because if you have a bad trip, it can really fuck you up, bro. So just be safe. This one's pretty cool. Alright? And also, you don't do it unless you're in Canada. Duh. Alright? Psyops, you gotta be careful. There's so many psyops going on right now, it's not even funny. Okay? It's hard to believe what's real and what's not anymore. Ayahuasca, that also comes from this one, I'm pretty sure. Like, they have a connection. Like, see, these, I have no clue what this is. I mean, fasting, we know. Shamans are crazy, bro. They predict a lot of shit. And they get into a lot of shit. Spirits, I want to look into deep. That's like Ghostbuster type shit, bro. It's just bullshit, in my opinion. MK Ultra, we all know about. Super soldiers and shit. MK Ultra goes way deeper than that, right? I mean, they were literally testing on literal, fucking people from our country. Darwinism propaganda, I don't really know too much about, so I'm not gonna talk about that one. Blank slating reverse aging. I don't know what the blank slate is, but this one I really fuck with. Reverse aging is so crazy. If you, there was a news channel, right? It was a local news channel. And there was this guy who made a literal vaccine, and it wasn't adrenochrome. And he was just giving it out to his own town, right? He was testing on like animals and shit, and it was clearly reversing like German shepherds, because you know they have the worst fucking DNA out of any animal. Band bone structure. It was reversing all of that, bro. It's fucking insane. Uh, and it's like giving them extra years on life and shit. It's fucking insane. Disney 33 Club. I don't know about the 33, but Disney has so much fucking crazy shit about it once you look into it. The Freemasons, I'm pretty sure they're part of the 13 families. So, like the Rothschilds and stuff. Cabal Deep State Illuminati. Now, this one you should really look into. It gets crazy deep, bro. Um, Yes, if you haven't seen IJ, from Netflix, which I'm not gonna say the full name, but just look up IJ removed from Netflix. It's a pretty good show for shit like that. CIA clowns in America. It's facts. Now, this one I won't look into deep too on because we all know about that. It's just literally all these are is just propaganda. Okay, they have their own algorithms and they target things you like and stuff like that. It's crazy, bro. This one I've heard about called sacrifice ritual, right? Sir, I don't know too much on it, but a lot of people have been talking about it. Global surveillance grid. Okay, this one I believe in because if you look at Palantir and stuff like that, Palantir literally just fucking has the biggest surveillance there is. I mean, they're the reason why we're destroying another country for no reason. And if you've seen him at like those shows where he just talks about it, he literally admits to a bunch of that shit, right? And he thinks humans are like the Antichrist or something. It's fucking crazy, right? And there was a lady who also called him out on it because she told him he was just killing innocent people, kids and stuff. And I mean, if you look at his response, I think he said like, "Yeah, we're doing that." Like he confirms it. It's fucking insane, bro. Honestly, a bullshit one. Okay. Don't ever listen to someone who tells you about the flat Earth shit, bro. I'm just not sure why they even put that in there. Red pilled I've seen been said a lot this year. Alright, so word is getting pretty popular this year. So you gotta be careful on that one. Escape the Matrix. I've never even seen the Matrix, bro. So I mean, I don't really know what to say about that one. Fake news media. Wait, so I could go on for hours about fake news media. The issue about fake news is like it's just nothing but propaganda. I mean, you could literally, everybody knows that now, right? Like how the right wing is just controlling all of it right now because the Democrats don't have any power right now. It's just, it goes way deeper than that. But there's a lot of propaganda, and there has been for over, like, since it came out. It's just how it works. Everybody knows that 9/11. Rip Trevor Moore. You know, jet fuel can't melt steel beams, I think is what he said. That's pretty popular quote. Federal Reserve, big banks. Again, this has to do with the 13 families, I think. The Rothschilds and all of them. Big pharma vaccines. Okay, now one thing I want you to know about this, but USA actually left the WHO, right? So I'm not too sure what the WHO is, but I know it has to do with vaccines and stuff. But when we dropped out of the WHO, 5 countries literally dropped cancer vaccines, right? Like they just released them. Um, Man, I have my own theory on that one. It's like we had leverage over all those countries or something. It's crazy. The Hollywood occult. You already know how that goes. Um, One thing about celebrities and stuff is the good ones are all bad, right? And the terrible actors, the bad apples, are still alive. Because, they're trying to stay alive. They don't have a choice. Or if they speak out on it, they're just going to end up like Michael Jackson, Nirvana, all of them. I mean, it also ties into grunge music, right? It was exposing all that shit, and then when it went away, they jumped rap, okay, like drill rap and all that, and now look how many murders and violence there is because of rap. So I mean, take with that how you will. Taxes. The new Nazi world order, I can see that happening. It's pretty fucking crazy how it works. Because I mean, we're just copying their methods, and the more into the years we go, the more similar it feels, you know. 5G, we're on the 6G now. Yeah, so the SSN one is crazy, bro. Like birth certificate and shit. There was a show that Lake Tower worked, and I think basically how it works is just like your entire life is predetermined, right? Um, if you look at the numbers on the SSN shit, you see like very small numbers and shit. It's crazy how it works. And then that's it, folks. That is the entire what I know of the Great Awakening. Alright? I just wanted to show you shit I know about it. Alright? That's what it looks like in full. Okay? I'm not gonna tell you if any of this is real. Alright? For all we know, most likely bullshit. Right? Some of them, all of these you have to experience to believe it, right? And then you can have your own story. I'd never tell you to believe in this, because that would make me the craziest person here. Alright? So, I don't really know how to end this video other than let me know what you think, right? If you enjoyed the video, let me know what else you want me to go into. I got some other videos planned. Um, yeah. Thanks for watching, you too.